Hello, everyone. On this Sunday, 16 November 2025, I am Madam Anireju Erewa. Wherever you are in the world, I greet and welcome you to my channel, Anireju News. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Mete wa Biafra de no. Mete na wa Biafra de no. Asina he hit me. Mete wa Biafra de no. Akane hiora. Dule o. Mete wa Biafra de no.
Every blessed day, as more breaking news surfaces about the Yoruba Omotosho judge illegal, unlawful trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made me to search for a judicial misconduct that best describes Omotosho's lack of jurisdiction to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes. Online search describes judicial misconduct occurs when a judge acts in ways that are considered unethical or otherwise violates the judge's obligations of impartial conduct. Actions that can be classified as judicial misconduct include conduct prejudicial to the effective and expeditious administration of business of the courts. As an extreme example, falsification of facts at summary judgment. Yeah, this is online description of judicial misconduct based on all this breaking news about Omotosho. Using the judge office to obtain special treatment for friends or relatives, accepting bribes, gifts, or other personal favors related to the judicial office. Having improper discussions with parties or counsel for one side in a case, treating litigants or attorneys in a demonstrably egregious and hostile manner. violating other specific mandatory standards or judicial rules of procedures or evidence, or pertaining to restrictions on outside income and requirements for financial disclosure, and acting outside the jurisdiction of the court, or performance of official duties if the conduct might have a prejudicial effect on the administration of the business of the courts among reasonable people. Rules of official misconduct also include rules concerning disability, which is a temporary or permanent condition, rendering a judge to discharge the duties of judicial office. Yeah. It continued. In India, Justice C.S. Kaman was sentenced to 6 months of imprisonment by Supreme Court of India, holding him guilty of contempt of court. He was the first India High Court judge to be sent to prison for contempt while in office. So this was the description of justice who commits misconduct, judicial misconduct. Yes. What I read is exactly the conduct the Yoruba Justice Omotosho is doing with his Abuja High Court bench. Miscarriage of justice, of grossly unfair, improper proceeding, evil intention to convict and punish an innocent IPOB leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, of a crime he did not commit. Okay. Britain, that conned the fake fraudulent organization Islamic Corporation Nigeria, has a lot to do with the Yoruba Omotosho judge use of repealed non-existence law as a setup, hidden agenda to rubber stamp Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with guilty verdict, sentencing him to life imprisonment to cost him his freedom. Yes, that was the purpose of Britain having Omotosho caught to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or to rubber stamp him with a capital punishment to cost him his life, like Abacha, Britain, Shell BP, and Nyesom Wike did with Ken Saro-Wiwa and the 8 Ogoni activists on 10 November 1995. Following a sham trial, Nyesom Wike made sure that Ken Saro-Wiwa and the 8 Ogoni activists were executed by hanging at Port Harcourt prison yard in Wike's Rivers State. Yes, and as you all know, Omotosho is Wike's close friend. They are very close friends. And Wike hates Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He despises Biafra. Yes. Okay. We'll continue. But with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Chukwu Okike Abịama is exposing Omotosho judicial misconduct. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an advanced, well-learned, educated Igbo man who studied in the UK. He is a citizen of the Commonwealth and has broader understanding knowledge of constitutional laws and can interpret constitution, bylaws, and articles and sections, yes, and clauses. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told Omotosho on 7 November 2025 that if Britain instructed Omotosho to jail him, then Omotosho is dreaming. Yes. This is a premeditated, cold, calculated act of wickedness of Tinubu, President of Nigeria, and his Yoruba warmongers to freeze Mazi Nnamdi Kanu October 2022 court ruling winnings and monetary awards against Nigeria federal government, violations of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fundamental rights to shield Britain secrecy role in the kidnap extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya and detention in DSS since summer 2021. That's what this is about. They want to use Omotosho court to throw out the court winnings that Nnamdi Kanu won against the Nigeria federal government. Yes. Okay, we continue. Britain wanted the Yoruba Omotosho unlawful court to falsely sentence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of terrorism, criminal activities that he did not commit. Biafrans are civil people. Yes, Biafrans are civil people. Yes. Terrorism is not what Biafrans get involved in. Those are Fulanis. Yeah, when you talk about terrorism, it's Fulani. They are the champion of terrorism. Yes. The Eastern Security Network, ESN, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu launched on 12 December 2020, were stationed in farms, bushes, forests to protect and keep safe the Biafran territories against Fulani herdsmen, terrorism, invasions, occupation, ravaging and causing mayhems in farmlands across Biafra lands. That was the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu launched ESN. The ESN had no guns and had no weapons. ESN were refrained from operating inside townships. They were stationed in the farm because that's in the woods, because that's where the Fulanis are. So ESN was not at all in town. Yeah, you never see them in town. Fulani herdsmen used their cows to cause destruction of crops and used AK-47 rifles and machetes to gruesomely murder farmland owners, kidnap and gang rape and disfigure farmland owners' wives and their young daughters. That's why ESN was launched. Yes, they didn't have guns or weapons and they were never in town. They are always inside the woods. The unknown gunmen, UGN, terrorism activities was initiated. It's an initiation of the Igbo elites, political jobbers, Igbo, big businessmen. You'll find that all those activities were by the unknown gunmen. They were not ESN. Those behind the UGM that committed gruesome crimes across the eastern region, Igbo territorial lands, include Hope Uzodinma, Imo State Governor, that Fulani installed him as governor. He was in the fourth place. They removed the governor that was there and then they put Hope Uzodinma. Okay. Joe Ibokwe, a big businessman, etc. They were the one that created unknown gunmen. It has nothing to do with ESN. Okay. The Yoruba Nigeria prosecutors and Omotosho thought they would play clever to use activities of unknown gunmen to fool people, because British that conned Nigeria is for victimization of Eastern Region Biafra and the use of the traitors and enemies to work with them to victimize the innocent, which they tried to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to send him to the gallows. But the Biafra spirit is wide awake, and with the turn of events, as we all can see, the breaking news that is playing out right now, Omotosho and the Yoruba warmongers have wrapped their nets with their own Nigeria Yoruba evil string. That's what's playing out. Okay. Between October 26th and October 26, 2025 and November 14, 2025, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has filed approximately over 9 motions that he submitted in person at the Abuja Supreme Court on 13 November 2025 to the sheers of crowds that they were surprised to see him. And on 14 November 2025, he was at the Abuja Federal High Court, which is where Omotosho court is. So he went and submitted motions. Okay. The motions were also submitted to the NJC and the Nigeria Bar Association that Kanu family have raised an alarm about the Nigeria Bar Association president Afam Osigwe of his silence to aid the unlawful trial case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also with the U.S. State Department and with the UK Commonwealth Foreign Body. The motions are to halt the Yoruba Omotosho judge intention to rush his judgment slated for 20th November 2025. Yeah. Omotosho as a judge is mandated to rule on all the motions Mazi Nnamdi Kanu filed. He cannot prioritize or pick and choose. I have 5 video clips and a photo for us to watch and see. Let's see a photo of Afam Josiah Osigwe. That is a photo of Afam Josiah Osigwe. He is Anyocha, Anambra State. He is president of Nigeria Bar Association and also a son. His silence aids the unlawful case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The shrewd Igbo stunt, you are seeing his photo, you see his photo there, attended an international forum event in Mexico, sometimes in the spring 2025, where he was one of the panelists, and he did not make any reference to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu detention in DSS. You saw his photo. Yes. And that's why all those SAN lawyers that were assigned to represent Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I was skeptical myself, because Fagbemi is SAN, and most of the Nigerian lawyers, they are SAN. And now, look at the president of Nigeria Bar Association is SAN. So they will not have act in the interest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes. All right. Let's watch the first video clip.
Thanks so much, everyone, for joining us. So let's take the conversation further and look at it from a different prism. I'm being joined by Chief Dan Nwayawu, a former presidential candidate and the national chairman of the Zenith Labour Party, is live for us here in our Abuja studio. Many thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me, Shehu.
The Free Nnamdi Kanu protest and the agitation for the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu, how do you view it?
It is a legitimate demand. And I support the protest. Way many Nigerians are in support of the protest. And my position on this has been clear, even from when President Buhari forcefully took him away from Kenya. As far as I'm concerned, Nnamdi Kanu did not do anything that will warrant his detention for 5 years. Nnamdi Kanu, there is no evidence to show that he killed anybody. There's no evidence to show that he carried arms.
That's for the court to determine.
And
that is in trial.
But if the courts are keeping somebody for 5 years and they have not been able to try him,
is that illegitimate?
Of course, the court. You can see. Hasn't the court decided on this matter when it came to the issue of his bail before the Court of Appeal? He was discharged and acquitted. So as far as I'm concerned, you started with the court. Shehu, I, like most Nigerians, are not persuaded in any manner with what is going in the courts. And I will not also be persuaded, whatever judgment, either way or the other, that comes out from the courts. Because there is a deliberate attempt, and I say so when President Buhari was in office. There are people who have committed heinous crimes in this country. They have murdered people, they have kidnapped people, they have raped women, they have killed children, they have done all sorts of things. There are people aiding and abetting them. There are people who have gone to their domain, talking with them. We are aware of helicopters dropping food, dropping ammunition in the bush, which of course our security had the capacity to trap. Shehu, Nnamdi Kanu did not do any of those. But he's in detention. What was the cause? And I told President Buhari, it was because of the ancient hatred you have against the Igbos. I told President Buhari when he was in office My position has not changed. But why I'm worried? You're looking at me. I told him you had ancient hatred against the Igbos. That was why he kept Nnamdi Kanu there. If he was from another tribe, Nnamdi Kanu will not be there.
You have seen the video and heard the guest on Channels TV spoke many truths that include why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS detention because of the late Buhari ancient hatred for the Igbos. You heard it in the video. This was Sardauna of Sokoto hatred. Plant seed that germinated and consumed the mindset of one Nigerianist who have dislikes, hatred for Igbos for no just cause. And they also hate Biafra. Okay. Let's watch the second video clip.
Of Nigeria, chairman of board of benchers. A grown an old man like this doesn't know the law. You don't know the law. I'll give you a petition. I have petition against her. Nonsense. Nonsense. Why is it when it comes to my case, they turn the law upside down? They turn the law upside down. Upside down. Upside down. The rules. Who are not educated. I am an educated man. I can't show them the petition for the simple reason that if you show it,
what the judge said now was that the case file.
Listen, this is the laws of Nigeria. The prosecution and this court doesn't know the law. That is the fact.
Yes.
Poor knowledge of the law is killing Nigeria. Poor knowledge of the law, they don't know the law. This is a federal gazetted law of Nigeria that says here that the chief judge of Nigeria cannot tell Binta Nyeko what to do. It's here. It's your law. Just obey it. That is why I do what I do. I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra. My right to agitate. My right. They turned it from treasonable felony now to terrorism.
You have seen the video and heard Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, poor knowledge of the law is killing Nigeria. You heard it? Yes. Let's watch the third video clip.
Released today, the 10th day of the month of November 2025. It states Mazi Nnamdi Kanu arrival at the Supreme Court today, 13/11/2025, to file his case against the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This man contacted the NCJ, okay, which happens to be the National Judicial Council. He tagged them. He also tagged the Nigerian Bar Association, which we all know. He still tagged the Department of State, that is the DSS. Okay, sorry, he tagged Department of State. This one is situated in the USA. If you watch our video yesterday, you know, say we mentioned this Department of State. Now them they handle his petition where Aloy Jimako and Nnamdi Kanu writes to the president of that country, Donald Trump. He also tagged the Federal High Court in Abuja, and he also tagged a UK government body, which is a foreign commonwealth, and every other single thing. I would see him tag for this tweet. This is big and this is dramatic. So what really happened today? This man now is trying to halt the November 20th judgment, and by doing so, he had to write to the Supreme Court, giving them reasons why that particular judgment day should be halted or placed on pending. The Supreme Court tell and say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you have to come physically to drop this document. You have to come by yourself to drop it. We don't go allow anything from your lawyers. We want you. Say now you sign them and now you carry and come. And that is when this picture came into limelight. This is the moment he was submitting it to the registrar in that Supreme Court in Abuja. When you look closely, you see him hold on for his hands with his usual Fendi outfit. Okay? And this was in the structure of the Supreme Court. Another picture, self still there. And this is him again in a different position. This time around, looking at the lady or the man where they attend to him. And all of these things happened 2 hours ago. Okay? So the question here be say, why were people celebrating and jubilating when he arrived at the Supreme Court premises? Well, nobody believes that this man will be able to walk freely. Because of, say, in over 10 years, we'll never see this man walk freely in the premises of any court surroundings. In the DSS facilities being held, people go hold him, tell you, say, turn off your camera. You don't have to record him in any way, shape, or form. In the Federal High Court, you cannot record him outside the court session. But today, he was allowed to walk freely without any form of restrictions. People been there up here, they call him name, they hail him. He was walking alongside his brother, his younger brother. And this is a massive, massive one. This will be a game changer. And it's going to definitely burst everybody's head and bubbles. So, what will be the context and what will happen afterwards? As you can clearly see, as of yesterday, in write to a court in Nigeria, as published by Anireju Marco. Yes, he wrote to the Court of Appeal as of yesterday. And the documents, make I show you what he writes to the Court of Appeal. Make I show you. Okay? Showing right now on your screen is this particular document coming from Nnamdi Kanu himself. Na him write them. Na him print them. Stamped. This is what he submitted to the Court of Appeal in Abuja yesterday. And the Court of Appeal is yet to make any statement. As we speak, they are yet to make any declaration or respond to this particular submission coming from Nnamdi Kanu. But this man said, no, I no go wait to. I no go wait for the appeal court to make any move. I have to move fast and seek redress in a different court. That's why he went to the Supreme Court. And from waiting with the year, this man, as he submits these documents to them, he also retrieved a document from the Supreme Court. This man is very, very intelligent. As he they go there, go submit documents. In also, they collect from them because of, say, they don't pass their judgment already. In this man's case, a judgment has been passed. And he went there to get first-hand copy, true copy of the court sentencing. He no one take chances. And there's no way, shape, or form he go allow her to hold him without making any proper remark. So things are going to get very, very interesting in the coming days. And as we speak, with the year say, Nnamdi Kanu still, while making this video, he is still at the Supreme Court premises.
You've seen the video and heard that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself submitted motions to Abuja Supreme Court on 13 November 2025. A process to halt Omotosho ganging up to rush judgment ruling slated for 20th November 2025. Yes. So let's watch the fourth video clip.
Yes, so. Yes, so. It dey happen. It dey play and it dey show. Yesterday, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was at the High Court situated in Abuja to submit a very big petition and to submit a huge document. This is different from the Supreme Court when we go on Thursday. It is very different. We don't say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in the Supreme Court on Wednesday. We all know that. But yesterday being Friday, he went to the High Court. It's different from the Wednesday own where everybody don't see. As they speak, nobody knows, say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appeared before a high court yesterday through his lawyers and his legal counsel team. Nobody know. Nnamdi Kanu have submitted one of the biggest documents ever. We go shake Nigerians' judicial system. And in this video, I'm going to give you every single thing where you need to know regarding his appearance yesterday in the High Court. This appearance, like I said, is different from the Wednesday appearance in the Supreme Court. These are 2 different days. Make you don't mix them up. So what did they happen? Why did this man send lawyers to the High Court in Abuja? Why did he send petitions and documents there? Well, in this video, we go give you every single thing we need to know because of, say, as it stands, James Omotosho, that man day in one of the biggest troubles of his life. Some individuals in Nigeria are in big trouble. And make I explain them for you gradually, make you know and understand. Well, before I tell you what happened yesterday, we need to go back, take some steps backwards to the 26th day of September of this third year, where we say Justice James Omotosho call a particular group in Nigeria known as the Nigerian Medical Association. He called them, say, I beg me could come. You get one man known as Nnamdi Kanu, where they hear his case for the High Court, Federal High Court in Abuja. This man, they ask for a possible bail and release to treat or take care of his medical or health issues. I beg, I go need una will be specialist. I go need una to help me go straight to the DSS facility. Check their facility if it's good enough to handle this man's health issues. And also run a test on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to know if the medical facility in DSS arena can handle his health issues. Hope you guys are paying attention and hope we try to talk they enter. Abi? So James Omotosho can call these people known as the Nigerian Medical Association. So make una come help us verify. And just in case you think so they make things up and they give you news that is not authentic, make I show you. This is coming from the Guardian and it states, Court gives NMA president 8 days to verify Nnamdi Kanu's health status. Well, for clarity, we'll read this article together. It states, Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered the president of the Nigerian Medical Association, known as the NMA, to constitute a team of medical experts to ascertain the health status of the Biafran nation agitator in the person of who? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The committee was given 8 days to submit its reports to the court for consideration on whether to transfer Kanu to the National Hospital for treatment or waiting or not. Abi? Justice Omotosho, while issuing the order on Friday, said that the committee, among others, should visit the hospital of the Department of State Services, DSS, to confirm whether it has the capacity to meet the health needs of Kanu or not. The article went on. I don't want to bore you to read every single thing. Okay? So now, this NMA, this Nigerian Medical Association, creates a team of 8 to 10 individuals. These guys went straight to DSS facility. They checked their medical tools. They checked their machines, check every single thing. They can still run a test on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to ascertain if they go report back to James Omotosho and tell him and say, I beg, release this man. His health condition is not good. Release and make it go receive proper treatment in a different medical facility. Hope you guys are following. Obi? Because of, say, this guy was facing trial, that is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the NMA needs to report to James Omotosho. Make James go say, okay, Nnamdi Kanu should be granted bail or not. But surprisingly, these guys did something that has put them in trouble today. They go report something where Nnamdi Kanu be no 1 year, and where they highly illegal, we don't put them for a big mess as they speak. So what happened? Make I show you. It's state breaking. Abuja High Court brings forward Nnamdi Kanu's hearing to September 26 to treat application for release. So the High Court now the Federal High Court can fix a date to hear Nnamdi Kanu's case to know if they go grant him a release to go and treat himself and to go and receive proper medical attention somewhere else in the country. Okay? So the courts can run a session. Surprisingly, the NMA, this is what they demand. Make I show you just in case you don't understand. It states, the Federal High Court in Abuja has brought forward the court date for the trial of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the IPOB, to address his application for release. And when you look closely, you will see the particular application submitted by the individuals involved. That is the federal government of Nigeria, Nnamdi Kanu.
You have seen the video and heard that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself was also at Abuja Federal High Court on 14 November 2025 to submit information that had to do with Nigeria Medical Association. Yes. Let's watch the 5th video clip.
On the 8th day of the month of October, we can receive a notification which states, this is coming from The Guardian, court adjourns Kanu's trial to October 16th as NMA panel reviews health. So these guys don't review this man's health. But then, they can't talk something where no really makes sense. Make I show you. Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court, Abuja, has adjourned the trial of Biafran agitator Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as terrorism-related charges to October 16th, following the inability of the Nigeria Medical Association, NMA, to conclude its assessment of his health condition. So as you can see, the NMA did not wrap off their whole medical test on Nnamdi Kanu and the facility. Well, for breakdown, make I show you where we gather. So, Justice James Omotosho informed the NMA to run a test on Nnamdi Kanu and the DSS facility on the 26th day of September of 2020, of this particular year. So on the 8th of October, we believe say our results don't suppose they're ready. Surprisingly, the NMA contact say we no get any recordings to show now. We no get any reportage to show now. And surprisingly, it took these people 12 days to run a test. How long do you need to run a test on a sick person and a medical facility? All of these things can be done within, to be honest, within 3 days. This is health. Health issues are always facilitated. So how can you guys tell us that you went to DSS facility to test Nnamdi Kanu and check their facility, and within 12 days, you guys cannot conclude and give a reportage to the court of law, Abi? Very good. And this setting put them for trouble. So they went to the court, contacted the court, say, after going through DSS facility and after going through this man's health condition, we need more time, and the assessment of his health cannot be concluded as we speak. We need more time. I will see the NMA, a medical facility and department, they tell a court of law. It no make sense, okay? On the 16th day of the month of October this year, we received a notification from Vanguard. It states, Nnamdi Kanu's ailment, not life-threatening, fit to stand trial, NMA tells court. So after they don't do a delay already, they can't tell court, say, okay, we don't get a result of this man's health condition. No. This man, Nnamdi Kanu, is fit and proper to face trial. Though. His health is okay. His health is not okay per se, but the DSS facility, medical facility, can take care of his health. Hope you guys are following what they talk here. Because of say, if you don't pay attention, you're not going to know what they happen and how this NMA don't enter big trouble as they speak. Even James Omotosho, they in big soup currently. So you have to pay keen and close attention as they break them down to what lead to yesterday's appearance by Nnamdi Kanu and his legal counsel team. Okay? So the court the court say, this man's health is okay. He's fit and proper to face trial. For clarity, let's go deeper into this article and show you what it's saying. It's saying, the Nigeria Medical Association NMA panel, constituted by its president on Thursday, told the Federal High Court in Abuja that Nnamdi Kanu's complaint about ailment was not life-threatening. The order followed conflicting reports issued by medical experts engaged by the Department of State Services, DSS, and Defense. In the panel's report submitted to the court on the 13th day of October by the prosecution team led by Adeboyega Omolo, part of which was read in the open court during Thursday's proceedings, it was stated that the defendant's ailment is not life-threatening. Now, waiting, James Omotosho received from the NMA together with the prosecuting lawyer after doing their whole test, saying that Nnamdi Kanu's health issue is not life-threatening, which was a big lie. We go show now waiting day on waiting day right now as we speak. So the NMA carried the report enter court, can't show James Omotosho. They can't give the prosecuting lawyer to read them out. This man now can't read out parts of the result. He did not read out everything. That is the person of Adeboyega Omolo. He can't read out parts of the report. He not read on every single thing we did here. They can't conclude, say, Nnamdi Kanu health condition, it's not life-threatening. Okay? So what's going to happen next? Inside that NMA, the Nigeria Medical Association, confusion can begin here because of, say, you get one man inside that group, we noticed some irregularities and he came out to speak. Make I show you. What the reporting actually says, okay? Internal criticism from NMA member. It states, Dr. Adefolashaye Adebomi Adebayo, a senior ENT head and neck surgeon and NMA member, wrote a letter to the NMA leadership. He queries the NMA's role in declaring Kanu fit for trial, saying, to the best of my knowledge, nowhere is there any provision empowering the association.
You have seen the video concerning Nigeria Medical Association fabricated false medical report that implicated yet again a Yoruba by the name of Adeboyega Awomolo. So you can see, you know, that's why I asked in my last episode, 69, what kind of black people is Yoruba in this planet Earth? Yes. Knock on wood, people. Do you now see why Britain invited the Islamic Yoruba elders to a meeting in London, UK? And as everybody knows, Yoruba is partner in crime with the British and Fulani. Yeah, which is so pathetically sad and shameful. Yeah, very sad. Yoruba, you know, it doesn't fit you at all. There are good Yorubas, but the evil ones, oh my God, you can see. Britain need them to eliminate Nnamdi Kanu. Okay. But Biafra is an ideology which Nnamdi Kanu represents that cannot be defeated. Nnamdi Kanu must be allowed to walk out freely from the DSS dungeon. Yes. They must allow him to walk out because the walls is crashing in on Britain and Yoruba, as you can see. Thanks for watching. See you next time in Anireju News. If you would like to support humanitarian causes, you may donate via Cash App. You may also visit Anireju News online shop for t-shirts, pens, mugs, and other souvenirs. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. To help spread awareness that the Yoruba Omotosho exhibited judicial misconduct of justice in handling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu trial, and the IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has filed over 9 motions between 26 October 2025 to 14 November 2025 to halt Omotosho rush to judgment. The world should please support Biafra exit from the British orchestrated Yoruba New Nigeria establishment. Thank you.
Mete wa Biafra de no. Mete na wa Biafra de no. Asina he yi megi. Mete wa Biafra de no. Akane hiora